Hey everybody, Wisdom here. It is technically, I guess, Friday, January 3rd. Still Thursday to me. We'll go January 2nd. January 2nd is the day good things happened. Went back in. A couple deliveries today. Got a surprise delivery with Stinkbomb. Frito-Lay got out the quick draw rattle shakes to me. Super happy with just that. Some stuff I'd ordered on Amazon came in. Things are going really well. Went ahead, ran into Target. I covered this in detail in the Stink Bomb video. Again, I do that just to try and help people out. But if you note here, obviously this is going to be an unboxing on Rubble Rouser. Rubble Rouser is one of the three Wave 3 swappers. Currently, they seem to be timed exclusives at Target, if your Target gets stock. Currently, not many people able to procure these guys via Target. Hopefully that changes and maybe they'll get their act together, actually get the stock in, take advantage of being the only place that you can literally purchase these right now. So if not, don't give in to the scalpers. Wait it out at some point in time. It should be just as easy to find these guys as it was Free Ranger, Hoot Loop, etc., from launch up until Christmas. So keep that in mind. Again, rather than pay 50 bucks or 60 for one character, you could get 2 Rubble Rousers, 2 Stink Bombs, be home free for the same money. So that's it. How did I get this? I got it at Target price, $14.99. They should have been on sale. I don't know if they rang up. I don't think they did because my total was like 35. I thought the ad said that. I don't know. Probably got shafted there. But the main thing is I've got them. They apparently did not have Spire Eyes. From what I have heard from people that follow along on the blog, YouTube, Twitter, Spire Eyes has been the most commonplace from, again, the few people that have actually seen these on the pegs at Target. So first-hand information, I have none. I can only tell you what I've been told. That said, these were not out at Target. It was desolate in there, which is how I like things. Apparently, everyone in the store was buying Christmas on like half off. Why you do that to set something in storage for a year and have more junk in your house is beyond me, but whatever floats your boat. There was a girl in electronics. She just kind of, checking inventory or stock or something. As always, err on the side of caution. You never know what's going to happen. So I asked. She didn't know a whole lot about the series. I was trying to find pictures of the characters to maybe help her out. Then she actually offered to check the back. Sometimes, I know right now everything's negative towards Target, but it honestly does come down to each individual employee. In some cases, management, but more likely than not, it's going to come down on an individual basis. She was super nice, went in the back. Turns out the characters were kept in a locked case in the back. If you're not having any luck, you've got somebody willing to check, bring up a locked case. Every time I've been in there, and I've been told countless times, everything they have is on the floor. Then when I checked out at the front, I had these in the bag because I bought them in electronics, told the girl there I had the receipt if she needed to see it, and she said no, they'd kept them in the glass case in the back because apparently people had been stealing them. So long story short, go to Target. If they don't have them out, which they probably won't given the way things are going, ask someone if they happen to have them in the back, and then if they're accommodating to check, say, hey, I heard they might be in the locked case. So will that work for you? I don't know, but it might, and if it does, that would be awesome. So that's what I'm here to do, kind of keep you up to date on everything when possible. Relay seemingly pointless information like that, but if one of you is helped out and actually can land all three, 2 of the 3, even 1 of the 3 swappers, it is for a good cause. So that said, again, this is Rubble Rouser. As you should know, I am a huge Earth Element fan. Back when they kind of had that leak of characters and everything, I saw Rubble Rouser and Doomstone for the first time. Of course, that video kind of got pulled. Everything went down like that. But the bottom line remained, and what I continued to say, a lot of people thought, oh, Drilla should have been, Earth Element. What's up with that? I said all along, when you see the 2 Earth Swap Force characters, you'll understand why Drilla was life. I think now that people have seen his upgrades, that's pretty clear. But the bottom line and what I stuck to that whole time was just, trust me, the Earth Swappers look pretty dadgum cool, and that is certainly the case, at least in my opinion. There is the artwork there for Rubble Rouser. Here is the figure. Very impressive, kind of reminiscent of like a Crusher, in all honesty. Right back here is Granite Crusher, not necessarily straight up Crusher, but Granite Crusher, the Target exclusive, which was also, I got 2 of them on launch day of Giants, and I never once saw them again at my local Target. That's why I've always been leery of Target. I always say I'm going there first. It's because there's a track record of having difficulty there. That said, I still like the store preferred over Walmart. It's less crowded. I get cheaper prices on groceries than at the grocery store, so yada yada. That's it. He is, again, Earth Element, as you can see there. Swap Force character. His name, Rubble Rouser. Slogan, very fittingly, Brace for Impact. And, of course, he is Dig. That's his swap zone ability. There he is. I think I forgot to showcase Gorilla Drilla and Stinkbomb together. There are 2 lifers. Now, we have both of our Dig Swap Force characters. That's pretty sweet. Coming around here, I want to go ahead and showcase the pinwheel again. Saw this at E3. I thought it was awesome. I didn't know if it would transfer over to the finished packaging. Thought it was a good idea because it would kind of showcase to people, you know, hey, these actually come apart and you can rotate them. A lot of times, you know, what you see there doesn't really correlate well with people just like the light core stickers. As hard as they try to show, hey, this is shiny holographic special, some people just don't get it until they've actually like seen it. So this is obviously a very focal point that's going to draw your attention to it. It's interactive. So as it is set default, Rubble Rouser, then Rubble Charge, again Magna Charge, apparently like the you know, featured character here with the Wave 3s. There's Rubble Bomb. That's a pretty cool name. And then we have got Rubble Rise, that of course being Rubble with the bottom end of Spy Rise. So we'll bring it back to Rubble Riser, come full circle there. Coming around to the backside, that is a very nice shot of Rubble Riser. Looks like he is on a dock, maybe near like an icy area. That's kind of interesting. As you can see there though, 250 plus combinations, 256 to be exact, unless you factor in like the special in-game variants, and it's exponentially more. His swap zone power again is Dig. We've now got both of them. That includes Gorilla Drilla. Of the Earth Element swappers, he is our first one. The other again is Doomstone. No idea when he's coming, but I am definitely looking forward to that. I think he looks awesome. Now, Magna Charge again, just kind of here, I guess, for the heck of it. But Spy Rise, Stinkbomb, and Rubble Rouser. Those are our 3 kind of timed exclusives at Target right now. Hopefully you can land them. If not, I'm hoping as soon as they become like a widespread release, there will be like really good stock at either Toys R Us, GameStop, or Amazon. That will help everyone out very, very much. That's it. I think we've covered everything there. We're going to open this again. The Cliff Notes for that first part of the video. Rubble Rouser looks pretty cool. And if you have had bad luck with Target, let me try to reposition that for you. If you've had bad luck with Target, ask about the locked case in the back, and just see what happens. Like I said, if it works out that they've got them there, it's you know, worth knowing. That's it. Once again, I feel like they changed the adhesive on here. They're way more difficult to get out. That said, we'll slide him out. That's what that looks like again. For those of you that like to play with the characters, fully upgrade them and then put them back in their packaging for display purposes, you might take a little bit more caution than I did. That said, you can still fold it, Scotch tape it. Speaking of that, what I would advise, I say this every time for those of you that go that route, cut that Scotch tape right there. That way you run 0 risk of actually cutting this thing. I'd go ahead and put it back in the front plastic. He looks really good out of there. What I like, my favorite thing, again, I say this every time, but again, personal favorite part of unboxing the Swap Force characters, I come in, grab the packaging up top, break it back, and they literally split in half. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try to get that out. Here's Rubble. We'll sit him down, take a pretty good look here in a second. And then down here, base looks really nice from what I can see. That would be Rouser. You got kind of the drill. I guess they're both legs are drills. Now that I can actually see the figure, it's just that one's kind of like drilled literally down into the base. Kind of a cool feature. We'll set that down. Again, the way they package these, just like the Giants, where they're kind of underneath. All you have to do is slide this up, come in, and they just slide out really simple like that. Let's go ahead on this one and do the card first, just to make things a little different. Rubble Rouser, that is his artwork on the card. Very nice, matches the packaging. Power or Strength, 170 of 200. This is awesome. Defense or Armor, 200 of 200. Speed or Agility, understandably a little slower, 65 of 200. And Luck, 55 of 200. So, add that all up, and out of 800, we've got, 370, 435, 440, 490. So that is significantly higher than Stinkbomb on the card, unless I just did the math horribly wrong. Let me double check that. 70 and 50 is 120. 120 and 170 is 290. 290 and 200, yeah, so 490, as best I can tell. Now, the sticker sheet. Very cool, because it's actually a different shot of the character. You can see this is more akin to the actual pose on the sticker sheet, where this is kind of like an action shot. He's brought the hammer down. Same thing I noticed with Stinkbomb there. Again, these, for what it's worth, if your kid or you, your favorite combination, we'll just say is, I don't know, Stink Rouser. That's kind of a funny name. The way these stickers are, they're actually two pieces as well. So you could take the top end of Rubble, put it elsewhere, and then, you know, equip the bottom end of Rouser with Stink or whatever, you know, you'd like to do. Below that, we've got the name tag, a QR code, then a web code, if you will. Kind of used for your iOS and Android applications. Card, again, right there. There's kind of like a little streak down it. I think you can kind of see, I guess that's just like packaging or something went on, printing issues, but that's the back side. Rarely show those, but you should know what they look like. We'll sit it down, and now this is where the magic happens. If anyone wonders, I am not wearing the hoodie because I just did some day of T25, and I'm currently really hot, even though it is cold outside. The way Swap Force characters work, again, they split in half. I still think a lot of people kind of underappreciate how cool this is. The hammer does move a little bit. It's not quite as wobbly as like Crushers. I don't think there will be any concerns there, but very burly looking character. We're going to go ahead and stick him together. That's how they work. If you want to play around, pretend like you're swinging the hammer, or I guess in that case throwing a punch, you would go that route. And then to swing the hammer, you would twist him the other way. Although that's more like an elbow, I suppose. Let's go ahead, before we analyze this figure, let's just kind of hold him in the frame. Slogan again, brace for impact. Hailing from a race of creatures who ate rocks for a living, that is pretty cool. Rubble Rouser spent most of his days digging through the vastness of deep mountain, mouthful by mouthful, alongside the rest of his people. But Rubble Rouser found he could eat far more ground with a swing of his hammer or spin of his drill. However, the leaders of his race wanted no part of changing the way they worked. That is, until the evil rock lords trapped them deep within the mountain. It was then that Rubble Rouser showed everyone the power of his ways by defeating the rock lords with his mighty hammer and drill. Afterwards, the leaders encouraged Rubble Rouser to seek out the Skylanders, who readily welcomed him. So, pretty cool deal here. Again, kind of the status quo being followed, all his people. And this sounded like a cool deal. Deep mountain. It might be kind of like cavernous mine type related. But Deep Mountain, that's easily a setting I could see a level. Some of the novels, you know, tons of potential there. But apparently everyone, roughly the same as Rubble Rouser, they literally ate rocks. Kind of sounds like a mining expedition type thing. He found out that he could use his drill feet and his big mighty hammer to kind of actually progress a little faster. Of course, the established, you know, medium, the people at the top don't want anything to do with things like that, and they shunned him. And then, of course, what were they called? The evil rock lords, I believe. Came in and they trapped everybody, and then of course it was the drill and the hammer that saved them. So there you go. A lot of similarity to real life there, believe it or not. It just kind of changed the circumstances. But one of my favorite things here, number one, I just feel like there's a really good look to the character. You could literally see him, you know, living in a mountain, eating rocks. He almost looks like a boulder, in all honesty. Very strong, very physical specimen. He's got the nice kind of cuffed guards. See that on a couple of the Earth Element characters. One thing I like, I'm assuming this is intentional because all the artwork is the same way. There's only one of the big teeth. I say that, I mean like the saber type teeth. I could see, like that tooth being chipped off eating rocks, or, in a battle with the evil rock lord, something along those lines. Obviously, people that eat rocks, you would assume have great teeth. So while it could be, a crazy story, or just one tooth is bigger, that kind of ties in well with me, in my opinion. Again, you kind of get a feel for the bicep there. He's wearing, that's actually not gold when you look at it. What this is, in my opinion, is, like I said, is not gold. That's more like a metallic bronze color. Very nicely done. Obviously, it's not got like the pop you saw on Dunebug, but very well done. The reason it looks gold is because his tunic or shirt or whatever you want to call it, it's actually like a metallic brown. I think that angle right there, you can see it pretty well. Combined from a distance, you'd be like, oh yeah, he's wearing a gold shirt. It's, again, really kind of like a brown and copper color, so it works very well. The drill's very nice. They've just got your typical, kind of like polished steel look, if you will. Legs, he's kind of got like a knight's plating or cladding on. The belt on the backside, let's take a look at the hammer. Got a nice spiked in there. Again, sort of that same brown color on the hammer. That's pretty cool. I hadn't actually looked at the top of the hammer. That's actually what happens to hammers over time. If anyone has a toolbox and you never use the hammer, you won't see this. Hammers generally start out, they're like kind of, I guess convex would be the word, meaning that surface would actually be raised a little bit. The way this one is, it's actually kind of convex, but the way they did it, where there's like the gashes and then like that one little dimple right there, kind of goes with the concept of it's been used and it's got some wear on it. That's very cool. Coming along, let's just break this off to the backside. Again, they kept up with the gashes. It's obviously it's not as detailed because you don't see it, but no dimples, and it's actually pretty flush. So, of course, hammers. In some cases, like your body hammers. I'm talking, of course, about like automotive body hammers. You got the two sides, kind of squared. A lot of times guys will have a preferred side. You'll just go with that one. The other one hardly gets used, or you use it when you need like a flat surface type deal. So actually kind of above and beyond the Call of Duty there, in my opinion. Nice finish there on the sides of the hammer. That's, of course, kind of like part of the tool holding the actual head in place. My favorite feature, though, is actually the base itself. Number one, like the little geodes look good. It's kind of like a chocolatey brown for the earth color. But what I really like the most is kind of like he's walking forward and then strikes a pose. This drill, obviously, it's kind of like he's taking the step forward. But then this one, it's actually embedded. He's not just standing on the earth. He's actually got it kind of drilled down. So I am pretty intrigued by that. I think that's a very nice touch, whoever came up with that. So anyway, that is Rubble Rouser. That's what he looks like. He is our very first Earth Element swapper. Again, the next one is obviously going to be Doomstone, who I think is going to be pretty cool as well. The good news is here, with Drilla, we've actually got both of our Dig Skylanders. If you're having trouble in an area, or say you really like Drilla, but you lost him, and then of course like a little bit later you come across a dig swap zone, instead now of having to come in and wait until you're back in the level and you don't die with Drilla, you can actually use this guy, vice versa, of course. But pretty, again, cool looking character. I really like the detail. He almost looks like a boulder personified, if that makes sense to anyone. It's almost like you just crafted him from rock, and I could see this little race of people down there living in the deep mountain. One note here, again, Daphne apparently scored this guy early on Twitter. She's communicated to me there are some issues with his bottom end. Apparently he's fine in story mode, but I guess in some of the arenas when he drills, people are having him get stuck and it just kind of like freezes up. There's nothing you can do. Obviously, I haven't experienced that firsthand. I've never played the guy. Just opened him up. But if I come across any of that, I'll kind of try to see what I can do. And if somehow I come up with some solution, I'm sure someone would have done that by now. But somehow I figure something out, I'll let you know. One thing there, after doing Stinkbomb, he has that awesome Life Element logo there on the back. I thought Rubble Rouser might have had the Earth Element logo on his belt, and I realized he didn't. No sign of that. That's really about the only knock I'd have on him, is that they didn't put the Earth Element logo somewhere, and that's really kind of insignificant. So the only other thing I note that I didn't mention, these little collars here, kind of like a steel green. I don't know if that translates well to anyone other than me, but that's the best way I could describe it. Not really emerald, but kind of like that steel green color is what I would call that. That said, I am stoked to have caught this guy again. How did I get him? Super nice chick at Target actually going above and beyond the Call of Duty, instead of just saying, hey, we don't have anything, or everything that's in this store is on the shelf. She actually checked the back. They didn't have any in the back, but in the back, apparently there's like the locked case or something, and she came out with this guy and Stinkbomb. So actually, she had 2 Rubble Rousers, 1 Stinkbomb, and she brought out 1 Hoot Loop. Again, apparently, I guess my local Target's like having issues with theft or something of these things. So there's that. Again, bottom line, if you've struck out and you're still trying, and again, good things come to those who keep trying, even if it seems incredibly unlikely, try that. Say, hey, can you check the locked case or something, and see what happens. So again, hopefully everyone can land this guy or gets lucky somehow. But that said, I am stoked to have him. Again, huge Earth Element fan, so I'm excited to kind of see how he goes along. That said, that is pretty much that. Again, $14.99 was the price at Target. Apparently they had 2 of them in a locked case in the back. It's not like you can see the locked case or anything. I want to make that clear. Don't have Spire Eyes. I don't know when I'll get him. I'll keep trying. You never know what's going to happen. That's why you need to subscribe. If you're subscribed, I don't know. I just sure as heck didn't think I was going to walk into Target and come out with Rubble Rouser and Stinkbomb. So I could go in this weekend, and who knows, I might land Spire Eyes. So if you're subscribed, you'll be the first to know when a video goes live. That said, you can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Starting to get cold now. It's been about 20 minutes or so since T25 ended. But as always, thank you for watching. Again, best of luck tracking these guys down. Stay consistent. Keep trying. Check with employees. Occasionally you'll get lucky, and if nothing else, they should be kind of more widespread here when they, time out of their exclusive window at Target. So that said, as Rubble Rouser would say, brace for impact.